Welcome back to the Buffalo Take. This is episode 12. I'm Cam Dixon, and I'm here with Travis Ojerbina.
What's going on, guys?
And another good week of bowls, and we're finally down to the last college football game of the season.
That's sad.
I know. What a season it's been, though. I mean,
Yeah, I
just
sent you
a
that
fantastic
TikTok
season.
yesterday.
Yeah, and it couldn't. Well, unless it's a complete blowout this weekend, but it couldn't have ended on a better
Yeah.
college football playoff. But we start with Wednesday. We talked about these games pretty much as they were happening, but we didn't see most of them end. So we'll just run through those again. Well, he was going to be the player of the bowl season, Miller Moss, and then the rest of the bowls happened. But this dude threw for 6 touchdown passes in a game
That's
that
insane.
we both picked Louisville.
Yeah.
So, jeez. I mean,
It's Miller Moss.
good for
the
Miller
answer.
Moss, yeah.
Guess so.
Probably not. They'll probably find another 5-star quarterback to play. But, yeah, shout out Miller Moss. Dude had a great game, and USC got the bowl win, which is good for Lincoln Riley's job security.
Yeah.
But, I mean, our bowl picks have just been atrocious.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
just
whatever.
bad. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not like we did anything for
Yeah.
him, but the NFL picks are the ones that matter.
Yeah.
And then Oklahoma State, another quarterback who went off, Alan Bowman,
1 or
had
2
a
yards.
fantastic game. He went off.
Yeah.
They had 2 separate wide receivers break a receiving record.
Really?
One was like either receptions in a bowl game and then yards in a bowl game, I think it was. And they were 2 separate guys. One was Brendan Presley, I know for sure, and then the other was Rashad Owens, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, so they went off. 16 receptions for Brendan Presley and 164 yards for Rashad Owens.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, Alan Bowman, he's been flip-flopping schools since he started playing college football, and now I guess he's found a spot at Oklahoma State, and
Guess
he's
so.
balling. So shout out to him.
Still threw 2 picks, though.
Yeah. Well,
He
when
threw
you-
the ball 50 times.
when you
so
let
it
a guy
happens.
sling it like
Yeah.
that, it'll happen. But yeah, I mean, good on Oklahoma State. And then Virginia Tech, they were favored by 10 for a reason. They bury Tulane 41-20 in a game that, I mean, didn't matter as much for Tulane as it did for Virginia Tech. So say what you will about that. But Virginia Tech played good. They won pretty handily. So
And West Virginia beats
And-
UNC by 20.
was North Carolina the most underwhelming team of the year? I mean, that or USC, but
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's got to be USC still.
yeah, I think USC.
Yeah, because they were projected to make the playoffs
Yeah.
in the beginning of the season.
I mean,
So-
some people thought they were going to win it. all.
Yeah.
And some people, me. There was a point where I thought USC was winning it all.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I mean,
they finished 8-5.
rightfully so, too. I mean,
So,
looked like they should have.
yeah. But I mean, I guess, well, if you look at it this way, 3 of the most underwhelming teams of the year played on Wednesday. USC, A&M, and North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they all, well, USC won, but
Yeah.
the other 2 lost. So there was that day
Yeah.
of bowl games. And then Thursday,
Great game. Arizona, Oklahoma.
that was a great game. I
Yeah.
mean, Arizona pulled away at the end, but
Mm-hmm.
the over didn't hit by as much as I thought it would, but it still hit. So
Yeah.
62 took the over. But a good win for Arizona nonetheless. Fafita is going to have a great year next year. I'm excited if he can keep this up. And then Kansas State beats NC State.
Horrible pick by us.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was blinded by the fact that Peyton Wilson won the linebacker awards, and I just didn't think about Kansas State at all.
Yeah.
And Will Howard wasn't, and I just
And the Pop Tarts Bowl, too.
I don't know. It was a cool bowl game though. I liked it. I mean, but the picture of the Pop Tarts mascot after like they all ate him, that's like that scares me. But good one for Kansas State. They got the bowl win. And then SMU just falls flat on their face at Fenway. I mean, you go to Fenway at a team that's not that far away.
This game, wasn't it, like,
It was terrible.
pouring?
Yeah, it was
weather was
terrible weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent
I
me the
did see
one about
that.
the dude
The
was
Mr.
freezing and then
Brightside?
Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside started
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
and
yeah.
he was having a good time. But I will shout out Thomas Castellanos. He's been a dog basically. I mean, he's carrying
156
Boston
rushing
College. Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rutgers.
Yeah.
They beat Miami in the Pinstripe Bowl. That's another one. Boston College wins the Fenway Bowl and Rutgers wins the Pinstripe Bowl. That just made
I
sense.
hate you, Miami.
Yeah, they suck. Great win for Rutgers.
Yeah.
Good program win. Moving on to Friday.
Don't want to talk about it.
Probably the least interesting day of bowl games out of the week,
Yeah.
but
I bet on this game.
yeah,
Ohio
Missouri.
State money line.
Yeah, this is just an extremely underwhelming game. I mean, I know the circumstances don't help with everybody opting out for Ohio State, pretty much.
Not a very smart bet by me. I don't know. I
Well,
don't really know what I was thinking.
yeah, Luther Burden's going to be a baller next year,
Yeah.
but I think if Ohio State had a few more players not opt out,
Yeah.
they probably would have
I
won
agree.
because Missouri wasn't really
Yeah. I mean, they
beating them up by any
scored
means.
3 points.
Yeah. And then Notre Dame beats the shit out of Oregon State. I think I don't think the under hit actually. It probably went over by a couple points, but Notre Dame just cooked them basically, and Oregon State will struggle. All their team is gone. Clemson
This was a pretty good game.
escapes Kentucky. Yeah, it was a great
Yeah.
game. I didn't watch much of it,
Yeah,
but
I know, me neither,
Clemson put up 28 in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter, so
Mhm.
good win for Clemson. And then Memphis. I rode with Memphis, and they hit.
Go.
You're like the clip from last week where
Damn, 446 passing yards.
Rocco backed, man. That's Iowa State's quarterback.
Yeah.
Jeez. 214 receive. Oh my god, I didn't even.
What?
I didn't even look at the stats for this game. I didn't even see who went off. Seth Hennigan, 364 and 4 touchdowns. Oh my god, these stats are
14
stupid.
receiving yards. 9 receptions.
Good god.
23 yards a reception. That's
Yeah,
funny.
last week when we were talking about this game, I said, I like Memphis. And you're like, Iowa State's favored by 16. And I'm like, all right, I like Iowa State. I'm like, you're like, you know what? I stuck with Memphis
Yeah.
somehow, and they won.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, just a great day of games. Not really, but
Yeah, no, not really.
in terms of funny, it was good. Georgia in the Mad as Fuck Bowl put 63.
I
on
mean,
Florida
this
State.
just shows that Georgia should have been in the playoffs.
They scored 35 points in the second quarter.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to score
Yeah.
35 points in a quarter? Oh my god, that game was brutal. They were on IG Live before the game even ended.
Yeah, halftime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is insane. I mean, Florida State, they did have like
Yeah, there were
90%
like
of
20
their
players out.
team
Yeah,
out.
opted out. Yeah. So,
that doesn't help. But I mean, I either texted you or Charlie this, that the CFP might have just made the 2024 champion.
Yeah.
Georgia's going to be pissed off. And they don't have a lot of guys leaving. Like Brock Bowers is gone and a couple other guys, but that's about it.
I just, at the end of the day, Georgia, they were at 1 all season.
Yeah.
I feel like
Lost
that
to
should have been
Bama.
took.
But then again,
into
Bama lost to
consideration.
Michigan, so
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know.
Georgia, I think, is the best team in the country still, even though they lost to Bama.
I don't disagree with that. They're definitely in that top
Right up
tier.
there with, I think, them and Michigan are definitely a top 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever.
Yeah, you can't. It's
It's a good play.
one
It's
loss to
a good
Alabama.
playoff. So
Yeah, it is. It was
Yeah.
it was a fantastic
Yeah.
2 games, so I can't really
whatever.
complain
Next
too much
next
about
year,
that.
we'll see how
Yeah.
all that stuff falls into place.
Yeah. Ole Miss beats Penn State 38-25. We figured this would happen as
Yeah.
such. Ole Miss played a good game.
Penn State just can't get over that.
Yeah, they can't get
No.
past the hump of
Yeah.
beating good teams.
Yep.
So, Maryland scorches Auburn. I don't know what I was thinking taking Auburn, I'm not going to lie. But Maryland
Yeah,
kind of
Auburn
was.
sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Whatever.
And then in the most fun bowl game in the land,
I caught a little bit of it.
the Arizona Bowl. I watched the second half, I think,
Yeah.
on. That was a great game. Even though it was 16-15. It was just
They
so
took
fun.
the big man touchdown away.
Yeah, I know. That would have made the most sense for a
Yeah, I know.
Barstool bowl game. But
Oh wait, yeah, I did watch the ending. That's right.
yeah, Wyoming gets the win in Craig Bull's last collegiate game. He retires. And yeah, good for Wyoming. I mean, I think if Toledo had Daquan Finn, they would have easily kicked the shit out of
probably.
Wyoming, but Wyoming did a good job, and they got the job done at the end. I did have -4.5, and they won by 1. I thought they were going to score a touchdown. They had 4 minutes to do so. So, whatever.
And then Monday.
We'll start with the 3 other games, and then we'll go to the playoff games. Oregon. I mean, we figured this would
was
happen.
expected.
Liberty scored first, though.
Yeah, they did. They were up
6-0. And then,
weren't they? Hold on. What was the...
Well, they were up.
Let me see.
It was 6-3.
It was...
But I thought they scored first. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. I watched, like, the second quarter, and then my dad asked me, what do you think's going to happen now? And I said, well, Dad, this game's over. And I said, once Oregon started picking up speed, because they were up, I think, 21-6 at this point, and I said, yeah, Dad, this game's done.
Mm-hmm.
And they won 45-6, so I was right. LSU.
Game, probably the best game of bowl season.
Yeah.
Other than the
2 playoff games, this game was fantastic.
Yes, great game.
LSU got a great win without Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin, I thought they were about to win. Will Pauling went off. He was the unsung hero of this game. Did he have 3 touchdowns? I think he had 3 or 2. I had 2. He had 8 catches, 143 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Mordecai went off. That's probably the most passing yards he's ever thrown in a game. Nussmeier had a great game. I mean, honestly, if Wisconsin was fully loaded...
2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Brian Thomas had a great game, too. If Wisconsin had Braylon Allen, I think they would have played a little bit better, obviously, but...
Yeah.
Also, you could say the same for LSU. Jaden Daniels, they probably would have beat him...
I mean, both of those quarterbacks still...
pretty handily, yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, Tanner Mordecai surprised me, though. He's kind of been up and down all season, but he had a good game in this one. And then Tennessee beats up on Iowa. Iowa scored a grand total of 0 points in the last two games of their season.
I could have told you that was going to happen.
Yeah. Luckily, I mean, I picked Iowa last week. I don't know why. But once the game came around, I bet on Tennessee. So, which was smart by me. Yeah, but good win for Tennessee. Nico, I'm not going to attempt to say his last name, but he played great. The freshman quarterback.
Nico.
I think it's Imaleva or Iamaleva.
I am Leva.
I'm a leaving. All right, I'm leaving. I'm getting out. But yeah, he played great. I think he had 3 touchdowns, and 2 of them were rushing. I know he had 1 passing, but shout out to him. He got the job done. And now I think, depending on the national championship, this could be the best college football playoff ever.
Yeah, I agree.
Started 100%. Off in the Rose Bowl game, which I will say before I forget, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God,
that was the dumbest take I've ever seen in my life.
Shut up, dude.
the stadium's literally called the Rose Bowl. It's not. Well, I mean, it's not technically called the Rose Bowl, but it is. You know. Yeah,
that's.
I just
horrible take.
I read that. I'm like, dude, this guy's. But
speaking of that,
there should be a playoff game at SoFi, though.
There should be.
That's the best stadium.
I think it would be cool to see the national championship at the Rose Bowl Stadium. I mean,
that was another. Yeah, that's what you sent me.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. That game would be fantastic. Just the pure atmosphere.
Yeah, you don't need all those seats. It's about the atmosphere. Yeah. It's about that's an iconic stadium for college football.
I agree, and also the 5:00 game could be the new prime time.
Yeah.
that atmosphere. The atmosphere was electric.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But Michigan gets the job done in overtime. That game was, I mean, from start to finish. I mean, at the beginning it was a little interesting.
Yeah.
But I guess, in the grand scheme of things, from start to finish, that was probably I don't want to say game of the year because Texas and Washington was just as good. But I mean, it was, for as low scoring as it was probably the game of the year.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really good game.
I was in awe. I mean, I picked Alabama to win, but Michigan surprised me. And I've been doubting Michigan pretty much all season.
It's their defense, dude. Their line is so good.
Yeah.
They sacked Milroe 5 or 6 times.
He just couldn't get out.
Yeah, no.
And but when he would have a second,
Yeah.
he would escape the pocket.
Yep.
So it's just Bama's offensive line. Probably that was one of the worst games they've played in a while.
Yeah.
Because usually they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, that last play, not much you can do about it.
No.
The bad snaps was the problem all
It
game.
was, yeah.
And I mean, if that's a good snap, maybe he can. Because the play originally was designed for him to cut
Yeah,
up
I don't
and
understand why he just like still ran up the middle. He still
Yeah.
could have
I don't
went
know.
left. I don't know.
And Jalen Milroe's the type of player you think would have the ability to
Yeah.
improv like
Yep.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So tough
was
loss for
interesting.
Alabama. I mean, all things considered, Alabama had a fantastic season.
Yeah,
Nick
they did.
Saban, he's the guy. I mean, he's him.
Yeah.
But
Did
Great
you see
win
the
for
stat? This is if they don't win next year, the seniors, that will be the first time.
that they go from start to finish.
Yep,
oh my
without
God,
winning the
that's
Natty.
insane. And it was the first. This is the first year in like 10 years that there hasn't been an SEC team.
Yeah.
Those stats are insane.
Yeah, 2 Big Ten teams next year are in
Yeah.
the Natty right now.
I
That's
know.
insane. And then the 2 SEC teams got knocked out.
I know. This is
That's
crazy.
yeah.
But
It's gonna be fun next year.
yeah, it will be. And then in the other semifinal game, Washington beats Texas.
I'm not gonna lie, I stopped watching this game with like
I fell asleep.
5 minutes, 6 minutes left.
I fell asleep. I think I fell asleep
like-
in the third quarter,
Yeah.
and
me
then I
too,
woke
like-
up for like 5 minutes. I don't know why I woke up. I didn't set an alarm or anything, but I woke up and I turned it on, and then I fell back asleep.
It
But-
was insane.
But I did watch the ending the next morning. But yeah, Washington played great. Penix, great game.
Mhm.
I mean, he went off.
Yeah.
That was a
Uh-huh.
fantastic game.
It was really good.
I mean,
Udunze, 125. How many? I think he had. Wait, I don't think he had a touchdown.
it's a
actually.
tough loss at the end, though. Dylan Johnson got hurt.
Yeah, he
Hopefully,
did,
it's not too bad of a knee injury. He
Yeah,
had two touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Washington, man.
Mhm.
A lot of people thought it was going to be Alabama,
So-
Texas. I mean, we had Alabama, Washington, but I saw
Yeah.
a lot of people think Alabama, Texas, and it's the complete
knew
opposite.
Washington was gonna make it. They were my favorite the whole playoffs.
Yeah, Washington, they're a fantastic
I
team.
picked them
dude.
to win.
They are a fantastic team. And
Yeah.
I guess they get a little bit doubted because of Pac-12.
Yeah,
but
I guess.
It's the same as the Big Ten, but now it's Big Ten, Pac-12, and the national championship.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, Monday, January 8th, the last college football game of the season.
Tickets is less than $905. You want to go?
Yeah. Plus, on top of the flight to Texas.
Yeah.
Jeez. Michigan comes out -5 against Washington. I'm so excited for this game. This
This game's gonna be one in the trenches. I
yes,
think.
yes. It's gonna depend on.
Washington's
I think it's gonna be the
O-line
same-
is insane.
Yes.
Michigan's D-line is insane.
Yep.
So,
It's gonna come down to one or two possessions, like the other two games did.
Yeah.
And I have doubted them all season. I'm gonna roll with Michigan for the first time.
I'm not
No,
sticking with my pick.
sticking with.
I'm sticking with Washington.
I think it'll be a really close game. I don't know if Michigan can cover 5, but I'm gonna go with Michigan.
Alright.
So it'll be interesting
Yeah.
next couple days here to see what develops. But yeah, we got our picks down, and it's gonna be a fun game. And
Mhm.
you know what? There's one other game. Um, It's on Sunday. Montana and South
At
Dakota
2:00,
State.
right in the middle of football.
Yeah, yeah. So they really just wanted to get this one over with.
Yeah, I
I
guess
guess.
so.
I mean, really 2:00. I don't know. But
Interesting.
San Diego State, South Dakota State. I feel like I've done that
It's
a
on
couple times.
ABC too. Nobody's watching that.
I don't know. But South Dakota State opens at -12.5. Well, not opens. I guess this game's been set
Yeah.
for a little bit now. But they're -12.5, and I don't know. They covered one game. They couldn't cover the game before. I don't know. I think South Dakota State's gonna win.
Probably.
They look unbeatable. They're so good. But yeah, I mean, 2 games and we're gonna be done with college football.
That's crazy.
I know. Couple other headlines here. We got a couple NFL draft Deckler, he's
Brock Bowers, he's going to the Chargers, I think.
really.
I think he's going
I
to the
like that. I
Chargers.
mean, we'll see where he falls, but the Chargers is a great landing spot for
Mhm.
him. All depends on who they get as a head coach, because I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind seeing Justin Herbert. I saw someone say Justin Herbert could go to Seattle. It doesn't make a lot of
What?
sense, but that would be pretty cool. I don't know. I've
Yeah,
always-
that would be pretty cool.
Dallas Turner, his
Yeah.
the way he declared was pretty funny.
I didn't see it.
He-
What was it?
after the game, he just goes, "I'm out. No ifs, ands, or buts." And I mean, I at the same time, I kind of respect it. I mean, they had a heartbreaking loss, which
Yeah.
is a little weird that he did it right after. Like he couldn't wait a day, but at the same time, he's not going to be one of those guys who just lies like I might be coming back, I
Mhm.
might not, and then all of a sudden he declares for the draft.
Yeah. Like he knew he was gonna.
Yeah, he's going to be a
done after
top
the
10
season.
pick.
Yeah.
He's
like, I'm out.
he's a beast.
Mhm.
He'll be a top 10 pick. And then Cam Ward, I said it last week. I figured since it was taking this long, he would declare, and he did.
That'll be interesting.
A couple days ago. I don't know if he's going to be like a top
No, he's
2-day.
no.
I think he'll
probably
be a day
not.
3.
He'll,
I don't know. It all depends on how his combine is
yeah.
and his pro day. So
There's so many quarterbacks. This is an insane draft class.
yeah, it's loaded.
It's
It's gonna be interesting to see where guys go and then how they do. in the
receivers
NFL.
are loaded too.
Oh my god, it's gonna be a great
insane.
draft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
And then in the transfer portal, DJ Uiagalelei is going to Florida State. I think that's a great pickup for them.
I think it is too. I just don't know how Florida State's gonna do next year. They're probably
Yeah.
gonna be like an 8-4, 9-5,
yeah,
or
I said
9
8-4 confirmed
8-4.
when he committed.
9-13. Yeah, 8-4
But
probably.
yeah, I mean, hopefully Mike Norvell can put a defense together.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Jared Verse is gone. Braden Fiskey's probably gone.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. This
don't know.
was their year, and they got
Yep.
shafted.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do? KJ Jefferson.
Wait, Jordan Travis is gone. Is he?
Yeah.
He's getting drafted.
Yeah, he's gonna get. Well,
Well,
depends on.
he's gonna drop. He's
He'll
definitely.
he'll
gonna
definitely
drop.
drop, but if he has a good combine and pro day, he'll probably be like around
Yeah.
3, 4.
Yeah. That'll be a steal for whoever gets him. Honestly.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, he's a
Yeah.
beast. And KJ Jefferson commits to Central Florida. Good pickup for him.
Yeah.
For them, if he can stay healthy, he's good. He's a good quarterback. I
Yeah.
don't know. He's been struggling with injuries the last couple of years.
Mhm.
And then Damani Jackson, he committed to Alabama, I think, like an hour after we finished
Yeah.
recording last week. So,
See how that goes with him.
yeah. I mean, Alabama has always got a good DB,
Yeah. He'll
DB
fit.
core.
Yeah.
If he can start, he'll
Yeah.
be a beast. And then I just put the few names down here who entered the transfer portal this last week. My favorite one by far on this list, Kadon Salter, the Liberty quarterback.
Mm.
He is a baller.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had Malik Willis, and he was the backup, and then he stepped in, kind of struggled the first year, and then now he took over. And obviously they went well. With the exception of the beatdown that Oregon gave them,
Yeah.
they went undefeated. And I'm excited to see where he goes. I think he could be maybe like a low power 5 starting quarterback. I mean, I don't know about high power 5, but he has a chance. He's a
Yeah.
pretty good quarterback. And then another quarterback who balled out this season, Jaden Maeva from UNLV. He stepped in for Doug Brumfield, I believe, after the Michigan game. But he's been playing, and he led them to a Mountain West championship appearance, which they lost. But Boise State was on fire. Yeah, so I'm interested to see where he goes. Toledo running back Penny Boone entered the transfer portal. He had a pretty good season. I think he was top 10 in rushing yards or something like that. And he had a solid bowl game against Wyoming. He could be a good running back somewhere, but I think he would have been better off at Toledo next year. Jaquindon Jackson was an interesting one that I saw. The Texas quarterback turned Utah running back. He's a very good athlete. I'm interested to see
Wait, where was he from?
Utah.
Utah.
Yeah, the running back who went off against USC. Yeah, he's a great running back.
Mm-hmm.
He's still not even a bad quarterback. He was not bad at Texas, and then he kind of just, when he went to Utah, he fell to the bottom of the depth chart because they were loaded with quarterbacks. But yeah, he'll be good somewhere. Evan Stewart, Texas A&M wide receiver.
Yep.
Not a surprise that he's transferring. I thought he was going to transfer last year.
A&M is so.
Yeah, they're
I don't know what's going on with them.
hopefully under the new coach, they can put something together.
Yeah.
I like Elko, but I don't know what he can do to fix that cult. And then Dorian Singer, who fell to the bottom of the USC wide receiver depth chart, he entered the transfer portal. I think
USC receivers are
minutes ago.
always good, dude.
Yeah, they're always balling.
Yeah.
Like, Dorian Singer came from Arizona, I think, and he was supposed to be 1 or 2, maybe 3. But I mean, when you got guys like Taj Washington, Brennan Rice,
Yeah.
you're loaded. I mean,
Yeah.
it's unfair for it's like Ohio State with all these
Yeah.
like lower guys transferring. They're not going to see any playing time, and you might
That's
be
like Marv his freshman year.
Yeah, you
He
might
didn't play.
Yeah, you might be the best wide receiver
Yeah.
in the state, and you won't get any playing
Yeah.
time at these schools. And then Lance Hurd, offensive tackle from LSU. I believe his name is Lance, but when I read it on Top 24/7, it said Lance, so I don't know. I'm just gonna put down Lance. He was a pretty good tackle for LSU, so I'm interested to see what he does. And then Tony Grimes is going to be onto his 3rd school unless he goes back to A&M. But the UNC to A&M DB, he could be good somewhere, but he's kind of been somewhat underwhelming this year. That's about it for college football. Hopefully we'll get through NFL pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
Probably not.
saying NFL, Week 17 is finished.
Yeah. One more week.
Dude, football is almost over.
That's
What the hell?
crazy. Literally in less than a month. Oh wait, no. In exactly a month, basically.
Yeah.
When's the Super Bowl? It's usually like first week, right?
Yeah, the first week.
So a month, and it's over.
I know.
That's insane.
Unbelievable. But, you know, it was a great season.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not over yet,
Nope.
but I mean, it almost is. Thursday, Cleveland handles business against the Jets.
Yeah, that was an ugly game.
Yeah. Joe Flacco, another 300-yard passing game. He hit his over in the second half or in the first half and fell asleep in the second half. And Njoku just couldn't get in the end zone, but he went off. Good win for Cleveland.
Yeah.
They're a good team. I'm not going to say that they're not a good team, but they kind of cakewalked with the teams they played.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Especially
I saw their
CJ Stroud
yeah.
getting hurt made it that much easier.
Yeah, it did.
But
I'm not scared of them.
I'm not scared of them, but their defense is really good.
Their defense is good.
Denzel
but
Ward has been playing out of his mind.
I just think their offense could easily be stopped by a good team.
Yeah, I agree. And then Saturday, this game was a great game, but it ended very controversially.
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee, he went off, dude.
He's so good.
200.
He's top 3 receiver in the league, I think.
I don't disagree with you. I mean,
It's him, Tyreek, and Jefferson.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, CeeDee Lamb actually might be 2 this season. At least.
This season at least, but
I mean, Tyreek Hill's just that good.
yeah.
But a very controversial ending. What's your take on that last the first 2-point conversion?
We don't know if he actually went over there or not and said something to the ref and like actually acknowledged it. It looked like he did, but did he actually?
Well, we don't know exactly what he said, but
yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine he said, "How's your wife doing?" So
I don't know.
It doesn't help that those were the same refs that have botched a couple other
it
games this
doesn't.
season. And I mean, at the end of the day, my dad, one morning he explained this whole thing to me, even though I had to go somewhere. I had to go to
life's
the
not fair.
I had to get ready. Yeah, life's not fair. The Bills have experienced multiple ref blunders, but I was getting ready to go to the tailgate, and my dad explained this to me for a good 20 minutes. I'm like, Dad, I gotta go. But so apparently, with the wide receivers, just the general call of illegal touching was not the right call to be made. If he made the call of illegal formation or illegal man downfield, which would have been the same as illegal touching anyways, because they were on the 1 or 2. But illegal formation would have made the most sense. I just think that the fact that Decker went over there, and the video clearly shows that, I mean, the ref acknowledged something he said, but I don't know. And then,
But then
the
there's-
fact that Dan Campbell went for it the third time.
No, the second time.
I mean,
what?
like, take your
Take
medicine
the
at that
field-
point.
or take the extra point.
Yeah.
Tie the game. Go to overtime.
Yeah, he's got balls
All
there,
right.
man.
The first 2-point conversion that they actually caught.
Yeah.
Why was he so wide open?
Well, I mean, you don't expect the old lineman to go out for a pass.
I mean, I guess, but like, I don't know. He was wide open.
Yeah, he was. But what are you gonna do?
Life's not fair.
Detroit had
Move
already
on.
won. They already won the the division, and Dallas was playing
Yeah.
for something bigger.
At the end of the day, Dallas is probably going to be the only team in front of you.
Yeah.
Chances are they lose early because it's
Mhm.
Dallas. So you won't have to go there to play.
Yeah.
them.
I mean, besides San Francisco, really, and that's with the exception of their bad loss to Baltimore.
Mhm.
San Francisco has really been the only team that stayed at the top.
Yeah.
So,
And the NFC is not that strong for
No,
the
it's
wild card
not.
teams. So
I mean, generally the NFL. Well, I mean, it's doesn't seem strong, but at the same time, like somebody has to be a strong team. So
Well,
there's
yeah.
gonna be a couple, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't think nothing. It's gonna be an interesting playoff because
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna win actually. Hopefully Buffalo can do something. Speaking of Buffalo,
Ugly win.
ugly win, but
Again.
a win's a win. I mean, it's New England.
Yeah. I mean,
I was going in hoping for a blowout.
awesome first quarter though.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
The start was.
yeah. Then yeah.
I was sitting there. I watched him take it back to the house. I'm like, that didn't happen. I'm like, there's no way.
I know.
I looked at my uncle and I'm like, that didn't happen, right? I'm just I was dumbfounded. I'm like, there's no way
Yeah.
that happened. And I mean, luckily, the Patriots offense cannot hold on to the ball to save their lives.
Yeah.
And a win's a win.
Defense played good.
They did play good. Rasul Douglas won
Yep.
AFC Defensive Player of the
saw that.
Week, so he's
What a pickup by us.
he's a beast, dude. I like
Crazy.
him.
Yeah.
But a win's a win.
Yeah.
All we have to do is beat Miami now. Chicago with a great win over Atlanta.
So where do they
And
go?
they clinched the number 1 pick.
What do they do?
I don't know.
I feel like they can't trade Fields.
Why would you?
It doesn't make sense.
You want to? You're gonna put your trust in
Yeah, I
Caleb
know.
Williams over
Just
a
take-
guy you have already?
Just take Marv. Just take Marv first overall.
Yeah, why not?
It makes
Someone said.
so easy.
So did you see the tweet that said, take with the 2 picks, take Drake May and Caleb Williams. We're gonna find our franchise quarterback somehow.
Drake May,
Yeah,
Caleb Williams, and
that-
Justin Fields quarterback.
just a 3-headed monster at quarterback. Oh my
That'd
god,
be hilarious.
that'd be so funny. Khalil Herbert went off. He had a great game, and then DJ Moore had 159
Yeah.
receiving yards. They had a great. That was probably their best overall
Yeah,
play game of the
That
season.
was a great game by them, yeah.
And then Indianapolis gets the narrow win over Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
We both had Vegas, but I mean, good on Indianapolis. I think we've been doubting them all season.
Yeah.
So Gardner Minshew might actually take them to the playoffs.
Yeah, probably. They
I don't know, it'd be
they play
interesting.
Houston this week.
They got to
That's
win.
gonna be a good game Saturday night.
Yeah. Both teams have something to play for, so
Yeah.
that'll be good.
I'd rather play Indy though,
Yeah, I would
so
too.
I kind of want them to win.
Yeah, because I think if Houston picks up momentum,
Yeah.
they can beat pretty much anybody.
Yeah. And
The
then
Rams.
Rams.
Tyrod Taylor,
Yeah,
319.
they should have won.
They really should have.
Missed
The
field
Giants
goal.
struggled. This is the second week in a row where they've struggled to finish the game.
Yeah.
They had a chance to beat the Eagles,
Yeah.
and now they had the chance to beat the Rams, but now the Rams are playing for something bigger too. So
Yeah. The Rams are a scary team going to the playoffs.
they are.
They are.
I think if a Rams-Lions playoff game, I wouldn't be surprised if it's an extremely close game. I
Yeah.
still think I would take the Lions, but
Mm-hmm.
it could be a really good game. And then Philadelphia hands away
That's
the
hilarious.
division. Dude, what the hell happened to them?
I don't know.
I thought the game went into overtime, and I stopped paying attention. And then I
It's
looked
almost
back at it.
it's almost like they switched with us.
Yeah,
It basically is.
yeah. Once after they played us,
After they
kinda fell
play,
apart.
yeah. And after we played them, what happened?
We
We're on a 4-game
it
win
on.
streak.
somebody pointed out to me. I don't know if you saw Mike's tattoo, Diegelman. He got a Bills logo on his forearm. full color too, which it looks actually pretty good.
Really?
And since that we haven't lost, so
Oh.
we're on a tear. Hopefully we can keep that up. But yeah, Philadelphia's handing away this division,
Yeah.
especially
did.
with the Cowboys playing
They're
Dallas. Or
They're not doing anything
yeah, they
in the
play
playoffs,
Dallas.
I don't
The
think.
Cowboys play the Commanders this week.
They'll win the first game.
Yeah.
Tampa will probably win this weekend. They'll get the 4 seed. Philly will be 5. So
Yeah.
they'll beat that. They'll win that one. Actually, they already played each other this year. That's right. So those aren't.
Yeah, true.
So never know actually, and it's in Tampa
Yeah.
again.
It'll be an interesting playoffs.
Yeah. And then
Speaking of Tampa,
yeah.
they lose to the Saints. They still win the division though, I think.
No, they just
Or
have
they
to,
just
they
have
just
to
have to
win.
beat Panthers.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
shouldn't be difficult, but at the same time, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa Bay loses to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there really wasn't much to talk about in that one. Juwan Johnson was the leading receiver. 90 receiving yards. Shout out to him. But yeah, New Orleans gets the job done. Baker throws for 300 yards though. I guess they just couldn't get it done on defense and they couldn't get in the end zone. And then San Francisco handles business against Washington. Nothing really much happened in that game.
No.
Brandon Ayuk went off. He's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
And then Jacksonville handles business with C.J. Beathard at quarterback.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne had a good game. 26-0. Carolina sucks. I will say though, Tepper, their owner, he threw a little Tepper tantrum
that.
in the stands, as like my uncles like to call it. Yeah, he's a clown.
That's funny.
He is a clown. And then my favorite game of the week. They just kept scoring and
awesome.
scoring.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens beat Miami 56-19.
That's amazing.
Dude, that makes the world go round.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
that makes everybody happy. Lamar Jackson,
Miami-
5 touchdown passes.
Miami is fake.
They're not good.
No. They beat Dallas by 1 point.
Yeah.
At home. That says a
just-
lot.
Yeah. They are the Dallas of the AFC.
Yeah.
But I think Dallas is better.
Yeah. They're even.
Yeah, they're even.
They're
right?
even.
I think if Dallas beat them, they'd be a lot better. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think Dallas is a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just my bias.
Lamar is.
He's him.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Zay Flowers.
Zay
too.
Flowers went off. I
Yeah.
mean, did you Harbaugh dancing in the locker room?
Yeah.
after the game? That was hilarious. The Harbaughs are having a great week.
Yeah, they are.
They're having a great week. But yeah, just a fantastic win for the Ravens, and that puts us in a prime position to win the division.
In the 2 seed or miss the playoffs.
Yeah. And then Houston handles business
Yeah.
against Tennessee. They only give up
CJ.
3 points. Good one for Houston. I mean, C.J. Stroud
Yeah.
had a great game.
And then Seattle loses to Pittsburgh somehow. Don't know how.
Yeah.
That's happened.
You know what? That makes sense.
Yeah,
For Pittsburgh, that just makes sense.
it does. And now they'll lose this weekend to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Backups.
Yeah.
That's just what happens.
It's just what happens with Pittsburgh. But
Also, did you see George Pickens has like, I think he's top 10 receiving yards or
How?
something? Top 15?
how?
I don't know. Hold on, I want to look.
Oh my.
It's something. He has more than Diggs. Yeah, top 15.
Yeah, because he has one game every 10 weeks where he has 200
63
yards.
receptions.
Oh my god, that's
And
gotta
he's-
be the lowest.
It is.
out of
The next lowest is DK.
65. Yeah, jeez. No, it's those deep threats, man. And George Pickens.
It's funny.
And Denver beats the Chargers. I didn't watch any of that game. 16-9.
Yeah,
Sure. Jarrett Stidham gets the win. Mahomes and the Chiefs. They were about to lose to the Bengals.
Yeah, they were.
It was 17-7 right at one point.
That's
and-
good that they beat them though. They
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah, it's good for us.
Yeah.
That would have been so funny if they lost though.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Green Bay.
watching this game,
Jordan Love.
he played great. Aaron Jones
He's-
played great. My favorite player of this game was Bo Melton. I think he had like 60 yards in the first half or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was with Marcus, and I'm like, his over is, he only needs like one more catch to hit his over for this, like on Prize Picks, like the second half. He had like 14 or something
Yeah.
like that, second half yards. And I'm like, he only needs it. And I didn't end up taking it. And then every time I look at him, I go, Bo Melton! But,
Jaden Reed had a good game too.
yeah. He had 2
He got hurt,
touchdowns.
though, yeah.
Yeah, he got hurt at the end. But a good win for Green Bay, nonetheless. They played
By the
great.
way,
Jaron Hall kind of sucks.
I think I won all the swing games,
You did.
so I take the lead.
You went undefeated in the swing games, and now it's a 1-game lead.
All comes down to week 18.
Yeah. I went 8-8. I sold the fucking bag in this week. Well, I mean, the games we picked the same. There was a lot of losses in
Yeah.
there, but
Well,
who would have
5.
thought? Yeah, who would have thought Arizona was going to beat
yeah,
Philly?
no, that's yeah.
Jeez, Crow. It was just a rough week. 8-8. I've had one worse week than that, I think, but 8-8 is not a good look.
I was what 11-5 then. Yeah. So,
Yeah. And then week 18, the last week of regular season football. 2 games on Saturday, 14 on Sunday. A lot of implications. We start with Pittsburgh. That's a good name for a boy. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. 4:30 in Baltimore. Baltimore's backups are going to be playing. They already have the 1 seed. Pittsburgh's playing for a playoff spot.
I honestly think Baltimore wins this game. Still,
I agree with you.
it's just the most Pittsburgh thing to do to lose this game.
Yeah, I agree.
You already have the record that Tomlin
You know what?
has.
I honestly, it would be the most Buffalo thing to happen if Pittsburgh won, though.
That is true.
Because we need them
That is so true.
to
yeah.
lose. I mean, I can't. I'm not saying that we're going to lose to Miami, which I think we're going to beat Miami
Yeah.
pretty handedly. But if we somehow blow this game, it would be the most Pittsburgh thing, or the most Buffalo thing for Pittsburgh to win.
Yeah.
But that game would already been over. So,
So we'll know if we're in the playoffs or not if we lose.
yeah. I'll stick with Baltimore, though. I mean,
I'm gonna go Baltimore.
yeah. And then Houston, Indianapolis.
What if I just picked all the same games as you this week so that you couldn't win?
That's a good point, yeah. I mean, I only
Not
need
gonna do
one
that,
game
though.
to go my
I
way,
know.
really.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'll let you pick first. I can imagine we're
Yeah.
both going to go with Houston. though,
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna go Houston.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Houston, I like Houston in this one. Moving on to Sunday, Cleveland and Cincinnati. Now, Cleveland doesn't necessarily have to win because they can't get
Yeah, no.
the AFC North.
So I wonder if how much they're gonna play their starters and stuff.
I mean,
Well,
they really only have Joe Flacco.
Hold on.
So
Do
besides
they?
that,
Well, do they have the 5 seed no matter what, even if they lose?
I think so. Because all the other teams are like 8-7.
Yeah.
Or 9-7. I don't know. I'm going to go with Cleveland.
I'm going with Cleveland too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota, Detroit.
think
Neither team is playing for
Oh.
anything. Wait, is Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota's eliminated. Pretty much.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
don't think they can really make
I
it.
think
unless they
Detroit
have
wins
everything else
still.
happen.
I don't know
I
if
still
who's
think-
playing or not, but
Yeah, I still
think
think Detroit gets the
wins,
win. Jacksonville and Tennessee. Jacksonville.
Yeah, probably.
I thought you were gonna make it a swing game there for a second, the way you paused.
Well, you never know. This
Yeah,
could
you
be
never
Derrick
know.
Henry's last game as a Titan.
That's true, but we've been saying that for the last
Yeah.
couple of years. The Jets and the Patriots. Another game that's not really going for anything. Although, if the Jets win, Bill Belichick tops the list for the most all-time losses. That's also because he's been doing it for so long. But
I think the Jets win this one.
I'll go with the Patriots.
Oh,
they
boy.
had a good game
Oh
this week.
boy.
They had a good game this week, and I think they'll get over the hump at home.
Oh wait, who's playing quarterback for the Jets? Is it still?
Probably gonna be Simeon.
I feel like I gotta go New England. I can't. I don't trust Trevor Simeon that much. Yeah,
Yeah.
New England.
And
Ooh,
then
interesting one.
Atlanta, New Orleans. This will be a good game, I think.
I'm gonna go Atlanta.
I'll go New Orleans.
All right.
Got
There you
the
go.
swing game there.
Yeah. Tampa here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tampa's. They shouldn't lose. If they lose to Carolina, they don't deserve to be.
Yeah,
in the playoffs.
no.
Chicago,
This will
Green
be
Bay.
a good game.
What do you think? I want to see what you think first, because I
So
still don't know.
Green Bay is playing very good right now, but so is
So,
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
But they lock up the number 1 pick. Jaden Reed might not play, I'm gonna go Chicago.
I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the ownership is still strong in Green Bay. I don't know
Yeah.
if Chicago can finally get over that hump of beating Green Bay, but
I think it's time.
I do wish Justin Fields a good game. Justin Fields is
Yeah,
playing. They're
I
a
feel like
great
he has
team.
like 3 or 4 losses, maybe only. Maybe I don't know when
Yeah,
he's
maybe.
starting. Hmm.
And then Denver and Vegas. There's 8. Is that 8 425 games? There's 7.
Jeez.
Huh.
Oh well, they have to split them up.
Yeah, true. Denver and Vegas at 425 in Vegas.
Oh, that'll be fun though.
Yeah, I'll go with Vegas.
Yeah, probably.
I think I'd rather want Vegas to win.
I think they will win too. Yeah.
Yeah. Philly and New York.
This is gonna be interesting.
As much as I want to pick New York,
I know, me too.
I just think Philly's going to bounce back and
Yeah.
get the job done regardless.
I wouldn't be surprised if New York won though.
I would not, no. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go Philly.
Yeah, I'll go with Philly. Seattle and Arizona. There's no way Arizona wins back-to-back weeks, right?
Seattle's needs to get in the playoffs
Yeah,
too. So
Seattle
they'll
should win. And then Kansas City and the Chargers.
So Mahomes
Now.
isn't playing.
No Mahomes. Their backup quarterback is Blaine Gabbert. Chargers are going to want it more.
I think Chargers win, right?
I'm going to go with the Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers win.
God, I hope the Chiefs lose. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
The Rams and the Niners. This will be a great
Actually,
game.
it wouldn't be that funny if they lose and we don't make the playoffs.
No,
with the
well,
same
yeah,
record.
Yeah, true.
That would actually piss me off.
Yeah. The Rams and the Niners should be a very good game.
I don't know who's playing for the Niners
I think
because they locked up the 1 seed, right?
yeah.
So, and LA's fighting for the playoffs.
So from what we've seen, the 49ers should be playing a little bit of their starters for a little bit. So
I'll go with Niners then.
yeah, I'll stick with the Niners. And then Dallas, Washington, it's going to be Dallas and they'll win the
And
division.
then Buffalo, Miami, Buffalo,
Buffalo.
obviously.
Like I said earlier, Philadelphia handed that division away.
Yeah.
And then the game of the week has to be Buffalo, Miami, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's got
100%.
the most meaning.
Yeah. And that's both our picks of the week too.
Yeah. The consensus pick of the week, Buffalo -3. We are riding this
Yep.
shit. Let's go, Buffalo. This has got to be... We got to take it back, dude. These motherfuckers think they won the division in whatever week it was when we started falling apart. No. This is our division. We're not
Hey,
losing
going
it
for
to
4
Miami.
straight. Going
Let's
for 4
go.
straight.
Oh, man, we better win this game.
Yeah. Under the lights. 8:20. Final game of the season. For the division.
This is huge.
For the number 2 seed.
And if we lose, we could miss the playoffs. The scenarios are so dumb.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for weeks and weeks. I don't care about the scenarios. We're winning this game. We're winning this game, and
scenarios
we're gonna
don't
get the
matter.
2 seed.
I agree.
Man, I mean, and we've incorporated these headlines into the games themselves, so we don't really have much else to talk about in the NFL.
Just go Bills,
Go Bills, man.
please. Don't ruin my
Go
new year.
Bills, yeah.
Starting my new year.
The start of the new year has been pretty good.
Yeah.
2 great college football playoff games. We just need the Bills to win.
Yeah.
We are 4 wins away from playing in a Super Bowl.
That'd be awesome. That'd make my life.
I know. We've never won a Super Bowl. That would make every Bills fans that'd be insane.
I actually probably would cry if we won.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Super
I
Bowl.
100%
100%.
Yeah, I'd be jumping around
We'd
for 5
so
minutes, and then
happy,
it would
bro.
set in that we actually won the Super Bowl, and I'd be, oh my god, oh man, let's make it happen. But
Enough of that.
let's move on. Nothing going on in the MLB in the last week. I
Yeah.
mean, the only thing in the NBA is the Pistons actually won a game.
Yeah.
So Wingstop workers are in shambles.
Mm-hmm.
But in the NHL,
The Sabres suck. Their power play is non-existent.
Coach
Don't know
Matt
what they're
Ellis.
doing.
Yeah, they're struggling. But luckily, it was Winter Classic week, so there wasn't a lot of games.
Yeah.
The Winter Classic was fun.
I caught a little bit of it.
Joey Daccord, player of the game, first.
Seattle won, right?
Yeah, they won 3-0. Joey Daccord, first shutout by a goalie in Winter Classic history.
Wow. Obviously not as fun as the first ever Winter Classic.
Of course not. No, that was the best.
Yeah.
The the jerseys looked great.
Yeah, I
Uh,
liked them.
the fish toss as the Kraken were walking out was pretty cool. The fire is always cool. There's some good pictures, but it was a great Winter Classic. I mean, Winter Classic's always a good game.
Yeah.
And then the World Juniors are going on.
Canada loses.
Yeah, but they didn't have half the
Yeah.
guys. I mean, Bedard, Fantilli,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna butcher his last name, so I'm not gonna try it. Also, I can't really remember it.
Fantilli, I can't believe I played against him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No shit.
We lost 10-1.
Well,
Oh, wait, no, 10-0 actually. I don't think we scored. And one of their goals got posted on NHL Instagram.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those dudes are dirty.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're tearing up the show, so that's why
Yeah.
that's why they're not in the juniors. But yeah, Czech beats Canada. USA, are they in the semifinals?
No. I haven't really been paying attention.
Yeah,
I just
neither
saw
am I.
that Canada.
I just saw that
lost,
Canada
yeah.
lost. Yeah, and then I saw someone say USA was doing good, but I didn't see
Yeah.
any of the scores or anything. But yeah, World Juniors are going on. And the only other thing to talk about is college basketball.
Yeah.
AP poll came out on New Year's Day.
Purdue, Kansas, and Houston stay
Yep.
top 3.
UConn and Tennessee move up a spot. Arizona falls.
Yes.
And that is mainly because of the fact that they got their shit rocked by Stanford. They lost by 20.
Yeah. I
And
don't
that
understand
was,
that.
I got home from the Bills game, and that was what I saw.
hmm
That was an interesting game.
And then FAU beats Arizona and then
they
loses to
lose
FGCU.
Florida Gulf Coast.
I just don't understand that. It's going to be a fun March.
Yeah.
And you know what's even
can
crazier?
happen.
March is only 2 months away.
Oh my god.
Like, league play already started.
Jeez, dude, this is gonna be brutal.
Time's flying
They
by.
gotta move college basketball back.
Yeah.
They gotta start
Like a
it
month.
in December.
Yes. I agree.
And that would start at like the middle of December.
hmm
Give it an
Because
extra
then-
week before you start halfway into the month, and then you don't worry about that first month, and then it could. I mean, March
Then it'd
Madness
be April
would be gone.
Madness. April Madness.
May Madness
May Madness.
could push it a little bit further. I don't know. I just there's too much time where football is still going on to where
yeah.
I don't pay attention to college basketball, and all of a sudden it's over.
I agree.
And the
And
only
the beginning of the season is when usually like the good rankings
Yeah.
are played too.
Yeah.
Because of the tournaments.
and I miss
everything.
half of them.
Yeah.
Jeez. And then other than that, I mean, the only other faller really in the Creighton fell out, but Gonzaga dropped 11
Yes.
spots.
Interesting.
They
Never thought I'd see a day where Gonzaga is 24.
I know. And some of the games, I mean, I highlighted a few games here, but there was a lot of games, and none of them really. The games that weren't highlighted were usually the games that the teams took care of business.
Yeah.
But the games that I did highlight, San Diego State upset Gonzaga. They beat them by 10 points, and that's part of the reason why Gonzaga is so low now. San Diego State, that's another team who's been up and down. They were supposed to be pretty good. McNeese beats Michigan.
Michigan sucks.
Dude, they're so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they kind of fell apart
Yeah.
as a team.
Yeah.
But yeah, McNeese. Well, Will Wade's the coach of McNeese, the LSU coach.
Mm-hmm.
So good win for him. Like we mentioned, FGCU beats FAU. Unbelievable. Marquette beat Creighton in a good Big East game.
Big East is always good.
Yeah,
They're always good.
They're always
games.
on the same
Yeah.
level, pretty
Yep.
much. And then even Villanova, if they're down, they're still
Yeah.
on the same level.
Yeah.
As Cuse beat Pitt and then got rocked by Duke last night. Thank God I slept through that game because I would have been
Duke.
I would have had like an aneurysm watching that game. Yeah. Syracuse is doing exactly what they should be, losing to the teams that they
Yeah.
should and beating the teams that they should. So
I mean, it's not bad. It's all you could ask
it's
for.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I did think it would have been a little bit closer game. 20 points is a lot to lose to Duke by, but
Mhm.
what are you gonna do?
I mean,
Still
if they
early.
keep taking care of business, they
Yeah.
should make March.
Yeah, it's still early.
Yeah.
And they're still Syracuse.
Yeah.
But the other ACC game that I wanted to talk about, Notre Dame beat Virginia by 22
Notre Dame
points.
sucks this year.
And Notre Dame is not good
Yeah.
at all. Yeah, Notre Dame, huge win for them. That's probably going to be, is his name Shrewsbury, the head coach, the Penn State guy? That's probably going to be his biggest win. I mean, that's his biggest win so far.
he went there.
I know. He's a good coach
Yeah.
too. I just Notre Dame's they're gonna struggle to recruit and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
that's gonna be a problem. Yeah.
Bonnie's got a good win over Akron, and where was that game played? I think it was in Ohio somewhere. I don't know. It was in some like
Yeah.
there was 2 games. Ohio State, West Virginia was the other one, but it was
Oh.
in a neutral site.
Ah.
Good win for Bonnie's.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Akron was a little bit better, so I thought it would have been a Q2 win, but I guess it's just a Q3 win. Stanford, like we mentioned, killed Arizona, which didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Stanford's not good either.
No,
I don't know.
it's all over the place this year.
Yeah, and
Other than
then-
Purdue,
Yeah, it's
it's-
Purdue and
yeah.
and then the other teams and then Purdue might not even win
yeah,
because the number 1 overall seed tends to never win.
yes,
The last game I want to talk about I had on here was my pick of the day yesterday. Wisconsin -5.5 over Iowa, and they beat them by 11. So a good one for Wisconsin. They're a good looking team. They just have to get past the juggernauts.
yeah.
Purdue Wisconsin's going to be a good game down the line though. And then there's one headline which is a little bit touchy. Terrence Shannon was charged with rape in, I believe it was in Kansas when Kansas and Illinois played in a football game. He was down in Kansas and allegedly that happened. It's a very touchy subject and we don't know a lot, but the only thing I do know is he's been cooperating with police the whole time, so I don't want to say it's not true or I don't want to make accusations. There's been a lot of things. There's been a lot of charges that have been not true
Recently.
recently. For one example, Terrence Shannon, he's a baller. He's probably going to be one of the, if he played the whole season out, he's probably going to be one of the best college basketball players in the country. Way back when, Baylor football, Sean Oakman, this dude was supposed to be the next guy as at least an edge rusher in the NFL or a linebacker, and he unfortunately got charged with rape.
Yep.
And it took forever, and at the end of the day, it wasn't true, and his career was over, and now he's playing in the CFL. And Matt Ariza,
Yep.
he wasn't even present when that shit happened, so we'll see where this goes, but
I'd like for the Bills to bring Ariza back
Yeah, that'd be
next
cool.
year.
Yeah.
Martin's
I mean,
deal is over, right?
I think so.
I think so too.
He's a good punter.
Why
so
not?
I
Why not?
I think I was just pissed that we got rid of Punt God,
Yeah.
but Sam Martin's a good punter.
No, he is.
I like him.
Yeah. He is good actually.
He had a couple
Yeah.
good punts on Sunday.
I think I saw something. It was like all 5 of his punts were inside the 20, and that was like the first time.
Yeah, he's
The first time.
he's
thing.
which game was it when he downed like the 4 punts and then the one that was it the Broncos game?
I forget.
It was one of the games we lost. Broncos maybe. I don't know, but he went off in the Broncos game, maybe it was, but then the one punt that he didn't, they took that drive for a touchdown or a field goal and they won or something like that. But we got away from the point of what I was saying. But yeah, so we'll see where that goes as time moves on. Hopefully, he can get back on the court if it's if the accusations are false, because he is a fun player to watch.
Yes.
I mean, that's about it. That's all we have. So, still ended up being over an hour, but I'm sure that'll be cut down. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more week of college football.
And one more week of in person for a while.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that's about all we have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to episode 12 of the Buffalo Take. Let's have another good week of sports, and I mean, it's going to be a good time. Thank you for listening. Have a good week.
See you guys.
See you guys next week.